Hi, today we're going to talk about if you're just starting out as a trader with a small limited amount of cash available to do your trades. So, do you try to go for the long run, like when you buy and you wait for a few weeks or even months, or do you day trade, as try to make as much money as possible in the shortest time period? So do you think you are going to go for a long one, or do you think you're going for the short one? So if you're really trying to start a trading, what should you know? What should you have in your arsenal before you start trading? One of the most important thing I think that I can think of is you need to identify the most important turning points, like this kind. As you can see here, these are important turning points. So all you have to do is you open your chart and you try to find turning points like these kinds. Okay, it's not a very good fix. Okay, something like that, somewhere around here. So you don't have to be really accurate to it. So all you have to do is you find a point, level like this, a horizontal level. Make sure that it has a couple of times that it has touched the area. So these zones, as you can see, are very powerful zones. What do you mean powerful? It's most likely that there is a resistance or a support areas that can come up from these zones. Okay, let's try this like this. So these are support and resistance areas. So whenever it goes into these kind of zones, there is a percentage of chance that it will have some kind of rebound or on either side. So like this kind you see here, previous it tested few times this zone. So this zone is very strong resistant area. So it goes down here and bounce back up here, but then it still failed to break out of this area, and it consolidates again into this area. As you can see, this is also a very strong zone, plus the 200-day moving average, which is pointing upwards, and it has somehow also provided support to the downward momentum. The momentum slows down and it has already recovering. This is the Japan Nikkei index. Uh, this is a weekly chart. So if you are trying to trade like this kind, you identify where is the most important point. If you can see that the momentum is slowing down here, so you try to enter somewhere around here. How do you enter? So we're going to remove all these things. Okay, let's say the momentum slows down somewhere around here because I'm using a smooth hiking Ashi chart. So this kind of chart is varies. It depends on how you plan to trade your trading style. Mine is using a lagging chart. So if I were to enter the trend, if I enter a buy signal somewhere here, and this is around April 28th. Okay, so we notice here this April. So the momentum goes up here, all the way up here, somewhere around here. So whenever I see some momentums, the daily chart or hourly chart, if you are trying to time your entry, better still to enter. Because weekly just shows that the momentum slows down here, right? It touches here. So I try to enter somewhere around here. And then, okay, so we go down to the lower time frames. That's why we have to alternate our time frames. Okay, 20, just now is 27, 28. Yeah, 28. So it should be somewhere around that. So we go into, in this case, I try to enter it on, normally try to enter on a daily chart. But then I can also go down further, down maybe 30 minutes or hourly chart to time entry. So on the 28th, as you can see here, Okay, this is the area. It has already broken out. The 200-day move, 200 hourly moving average has curved down here and going back up all the way up from here. A small pullback. So this pullback, when I see here, I'll wait for the momentum to really slow down and turn into a blue candle like this one. So I will enter somewhere around here, maybe a bigger candles. So it doesn't really matter where you enter if the trend is going upwards already. So you enter somewhere here and then just sit around and wait for it to go all the way up here. As you can see, this is also an entry point if you are planning to enter right now. As you can see, this is a hourly chart, and this is a 14 May today. So during this hourly chart here, if you plan to enter here, so daily chart shows very strong, right? Yeah, very strong. It's broken above this one, so it does have a chance that it will have some kind of pullbacks, but for discussion's sake, we're trying to estimate here. Okay, the weekly chart shows it's going upwards. So if you're planning to enter, because daily chart and weekly chart is positive, so you try to time your entry here. So here, as you can see, the hourly chart shows that the momentum slows down. If you try to take a bet here and wait for a bounce upward, maybe retest the previous high or even higher a bit. So even if you test the previous high is like 400, about 400 points. Yeah, for the Nikkei it's quite good. 400 points is not easy to get. So yeah, this is the daily chart. So the most ideal kind of a trade is wait for the momentum to slow down, especially when it is at important support area. It's like this kind. So that's why the first, whenever I said we need to check out where's the support areas, somewhere around here, I think it should be it. Let's see the weekly chart. Yeah, so it's quite similar somewhere around here, these areas, maybe even here. So yeah, so if the more it bounces on that area, this is the support resistance area. So there is a strong support here, and you expect some kind of move to support your move upwards, like this kind. Of course, you have to wait for the momentum to slow down as well, because basically I'm a momentum trader, so momentum plays a very important role in my trading. It's a central rule that I have to follow, that the momentum, whenever the momentum slows down, there is a chance that it will have a bounce somehow. So it's not for everyone, but you can make a lot of money if you trade these kind of stocks. Yeah. So another way to make significant profit is the trend line. The trend line is a very underrated tool. As you can see, you can expect some kind of move downwards when it breaks below this one. So whenever you see, you draw your trend line, you don't really have to draw it accurately. Perhaps in future I should put something up about trend line. It's more like a zone. It's more like this kind of zones. It's just like support areas instead of really a trend line. It's more like a zone area. So whenever it touches this zone and it goes down to this zone, there's some kind of a bounce back. So if follow this kind of theories, pull back towards this zone, there's a strong rebound. So just wait for a pullback to this zone. Maybe if you enter here, the rebound is not that good actually, but then if you entered somewhere around here and it bounced all the way up here, is about 5,000 point. There's quite a lot of move. Even if you enter after the move is going upwards, you still make a few thousand points here, about 2,000 points. That's a lot. Okay, another important things that you should know that to grow your account is whether you want to trade for the long term or trade for the short term. If you're going for long term, weekly chart is the perfect one. As you can see here, when it goes down all the way down to this area, and you start buying everything here, going long here, and expect it to go up. But then, of course, you set your stop loss somewhere below, somewhere around here. So if it goes all the way down here and break your stops, just exit. Keep your losses small and let your winners ride. This is a very important thing. So when the stocks goes down to these areas, you will start buying here. If it goes down some more, just cut your loss and exit. Find another stock that performs according to what you want. So if you try to enter here and it goes up maybe in a month or so, it goes up about 1,000 point or 2,000 point, you may want to take your profit because you don't try to marry your stock. When what I mean is you are a trader, you trade to make money. So if you are buying here and the stock goes up all the way here, just sell it, take your profit. You will be happy with money in your account than holding it all the way up here and then it goes down again, maybe go up again and then goes down again. You'll be having some kind of trauma in the market, trading this kind of swinging around this kind of trend. So just when the profit is good enough, just take it. You'll be happy to have the money in your account. Trust me. Better than holding it and waiting and waiting and waiting. So this is a weekly chart. So if you're going for long term, maybe a month or few months, this is the perfect kind of play. You buy a lot of shares here, wait for it to go all the way up here. It may take a few weeks or a month or even 2 months or 3 months. So this is for long term, but the trend is very clear. So as you can see, everything is very clear here. If you trade this kind of stock, it's good. So if you trade, try to day trade or something, you go down to a smaller time frame like 15 minutes, 5 minutes, or even 10 minutes. Depends on how aggressive you can be. The smaller the time frame, the more volatility you can expect. And if you want to make a profit like here to here, you might need a lot of leverage or even a lot of money to go into this kind of trade, because day trading is never easy. I tried day trading before. I don't like it because it's too short period. Like this kind, Monday noon, momentum slows down. You know that it is continuing upwards. All the longer time frames shows that it's on the way upwards. So when you try to enter here, momentum slows down. If you enter here, do you think you will sell somewhere here, or you will be, or it will continue upwards? So I'm holding it, and then it goes down all the way here. Most people will lose money if they do this kind of thing. That's why I said when you see this kind of large candle, okay, I zoom in. See, if you enter here when the momentum slows down and it's lack any momentum here. So when real momentum comes in, the candle's getting bigger, just ride it. And when do you exit? When the candle starts getting smaller. As you can see here. Did you see? It turns smaller and smaller, and the momentum basically dies here. So if you are trading this kind of stock, you buy here and you sell here, it's good enough. Even if you wait until the momentum turns red, you still make a lot of money. But this is a 15-minute chart. So I usually have my screen. I usually use a weekly chart to determine where the main trend is heading towards. Then daily chart to check the intermediate trend, whether it will be continuing in the near term or shorter term. And then I'll try to time an entry with either a 30-minute or 1 hourly chart. So this is not many people are comfortable with this kind of time frame changes. Most will be, I'll stick to daily chart. I'll enter and exit on daily chart instead of timing a shorter term time to enter. They will try to do everything on daily chart. It's not wrong, but then you will miss out on some better entry points. So just like here, you see the momentum goes up, the candles are all good, looking good. So you try to enter on the momentum when it's going upwards. So this kind of move, we'll go enter 30 minutes. So any pullbacks, whenever you see a pullback, you try to enter, which is it will be good. Trust me, it will be good, especially when the move the intermediate trend is going upwards, the longer term trend is going upwards. So any entry on the smaller time frames will get you a bigger piece of the pie when you are correct. So if you enter on all these smaller pullbacks, as you can see, all these smaller pullbacks, as long as it doesn't break structure, you're going to make money. As you can see. Maybe here you will try to enter here, then the momentum just peters out. Take your loss here, and then wait for it again. So it goes down here, and momentum slows down again. So if you enter here, you're somewhere around here, you have about 200, maybe 300 points. You take a profit here. That is what I will do, maybe if it's a short-term trade, but I usually will just time it on the daily chart. I will enter using the lower time frames and then wait for the main move. I'll just trail it with this moving average on the main move on a daily chart, maybe even a weekly chart. So if I entered somewhere around here and then wait for it to go all the way up here to 41,000, is a few thousand points gain. So it is a very profitable way to make a lot of money. But then you have to be able to sit tight and wait for it to happen, and not too concerned with the up and downs daily or even hourly. Weekly, if you see is that it turns red and then breaks below, you should take your loss. So previously in my shorts video, I mentioned about Bitcoin. I mentioned about Tesla. All this, Tesla is going upwards, as you can see this weekly chart. Tesla is going upwards very strongly. The real price is here. This is the lagging chart. So it doesn't matter whether it will affect the exact accurate entry. But we don't really have to accurately enter into a chart, into a stock. Sorry. So if you enter somewhere around here, when the momentum slows down, and when it's moving upwards, you can just exit anywhere you want. But then this if you exit somewhere around here, it's too early. It's barely make any money. So wait for it to go up, maybe to 400 plus levels and or something like that. Just wait for it to go up. The momentum is strong. You can see all the candles going up strongly. So let's see daily. Daily is also nice. It's broken above the 200-day moving average. So yeah, is that this area, as you can see, this area have been mentioned that if you check your all these areas are support turn resistance area. So it's at here now. So if it breaks above, you expect to test these areas. Imagine it going all the way up to 500 level, and you bought somewhere around, let's see, maybe somewhere around here, 200 plus 225, somewhere around there. So if you really goes into this kind of trade, 225, and then you exit somewhere around 500, is almost about 100% gain. So it's quite a lot of money if you buy a large amount. But then if you are a small trader, you are not restricted by the size problem. What do you mean by size problem? Size problem is if you have a $10 million and you buy into a stock, it's not easy to liquidate your stock at the price that you want. It will move the stock a bit, and it's harder to enter and exit with such large amount. When you have a smaller account, it's easier to just hit and run, make it a 10, 20 times hit and run, and you'll make a lot of money this way. But then if you are, it's like, an example will be, okay, you're on a speedboat, a small speedboat, and you can maneuver around the rough seas without much concern. You can just turn around very easily and exit the position. Meanwhile, if you're on a heavy tanker, a very large ship, it will take a very difficult time to sort of like turn your ship around and maybe try to exit your position. It will take a very, very long time. So being large may give you some advantage on in the stock market or futures or forex market, but then it causes more hurt than any benefit by being a large trader. That's why if a trader is trading in the market and he has maybe like CIS or PNF, he has maybe 100 million or 200 million, don't expect him to throw everything into one stock, because his position, if he throws in 100 million, he needs to find a lot of buyers to buy his stock when he's trying to liquidate it. So imagine someone throwing $10 million worth of stocks out in the market, in the open market, and the price will drop a lot, and he will give out quite a lot of his profit if he does this kind of thing. That's why being a small trader is actually you have a size advantage. That's really good size advantage. You can just exit your position if you're wrong. Just like here, you entered here, maybe you entered here, you set your stop loss here. So if this one goes all the way up here, you take your profit, or maybe here you take your profit. It depends on how much you really want. So if you really wait for a long time, try doing it on the weekly chart. So if it goes down like here, if it goes down, just exit your position. You will make losses. Losses is unavoidable in trading. So even the most powerful trader in Japan, CIS, said he in every trade, 10 trade that he made, at least 4 of them are losing trades. So he makes like 6 trades that really make money, and that is after he trades in the market for more than 10-20 years. So imagine a legendary trader like him admitting that he lose money almost half of the time that he trades. So what do you think that we as an ordinary Joe's trader, do you think we can outperform him, or by doing 100% wins all the time? So if anyone that tells you that they trade and they make 100% profits, they never have any losing trades. So if such person do exist, I would suggest caution that it's more likely that he's running some kind of scam or Ponzi scheme or something like that, because it's quite impossible for someone to win. Maybe even if a very good trader, his average is about 50-50, maybe 40-60. So what can make a trader good is how much risk he's taking. How fast can he take his losses, not his profit, his losses. If something bad were to happen, how fast can he exceed the market? So yeah, this is more important to grow an account than making money fast. Make sure you keep your losses small and let your winners ride for a while, and then take your profit. Always take your profit. Do not let it hang there. It's like okay, another story in time. So it's like you put up a trap and you plan to catch like 10 chickens in it. So if one chickens were to enter your trap, you don't pull the trap and close the trap. If there's a 10 or 20 chickens goes into your trap, just take your profit, close the trap and bring home 20 chickens. So don't be too greedy. Or let's say you have 20 chickens in your trap, and then 2 of them walk out, and you're waiting for them to come back in. Don't wait, just take your profit. You'll be happy with 18 chickens, then another 4 or 6 walk out after that. So just remember this, always take your profit. Okay, I'll try not to make this one too long. Save down my information, everything that you have learned from this one, just write it down and try to understand how to trade successfully. Also, watch back my previous older videos, especially the shorts about Tesla, the shorts about the gold, Bitcoin. I did quite a lot of shorts and some long videos as well. So watch those and try to improve yourself. Subscribe, of course, and then like my videos. Anything, if you have anything to just leave some message or comment. Thank you.